super psyched to be back in Aspen. I love it here.
It's the first time pro racing has been back here in about 30 years.
Nolan Casper, unable to make it here to Aspen due to the travel struggles.
Our racing here in Aspen on Little Nell, I mean, pretty cool.
The winner is Camelander.
Congratulations to Simone. It's been a long road to the top of the podium.
In addition to the men's race, the Reven Cup, today we are so excited to welcome the women of the Pro Tour with the inaugural Rocket Mortgage Women's Tour. Will Simone be in the zone? Who will be the fastest lady here today? Let's find out together right now. This is the new World Pro Ski Tour presented by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm John Franklin, CEO of the World Pro Ski Tour, and I'm standing at the top of the Little Nell Run above the town of Aspen, Colorado. It's a gorgeous sunny day today, very different than yesterday. Yesterday we had a foot of snow to contend with, but it was still made for some exciting racing. Simon Brightfoot's Calamander, been on the tour 3 years, took his first victory, so everyone was super excited for Simone. Today we've got the Women's Rocket Mortgage World Pro Ski Tour. First time women have been racing on the tour in about 30 years. In addition, we've got the Reven Cup, so the guys are going back at it again. We've got a late entry, Nolan Casper, who won at Granby Ranch, and he is going to be challenging the guys. He missed yesterday because of the snow, travel delays, but he's back here today. So it's really anyone's game. Simone won yesterday, Nolan Casper won at Granby Ranch, Drew Duffy from Granby Ranch. They're all here today to fight it out in the sunshine.
Yesterday's big final and small final were incredible. Photo finishes. Simone, after a couple years on the tour, he's gotten a lot of top fours, and he broke through yesterday.
The winner is Camelander, 0.3, E04 on the top step. He's been wanting it so bad for so long.
So, man, I'm almost speechless, you know. I knew that I ski fast and that I would probably be the fastest guy on the course. And today was, I don't know, I just changed some small details.
Yesterday ended up fourth. Pretty solid day. After qualifying first, I honestly just kind of poached it in the semis and in the small final. Had leads after both first runs, and then
It's going to be Duffy in third, Ankeny in fourth here today at Aspen.
I don't know. Didn't ski that well, honestly. No words.
Morning. Feeling a little sore. A lot of runs yesterday, but
Camelander's closed the gap on cone. Can Camelander get it done today? Wants it so bad.
just gonna get after it today with the same amount, so gotta get it moving.
Rob pushed very hard on that last round. I tried to keep up with him, you know, and after the last jump, 3 gates before I finished, I was like passing and Rob was there, so I really couldn't say who was faster.
I would have rather been in the big final. My finish was decent. It was a close race between me and Simon. I don't know, I just struggled a little bit timing-wise, so hopefully tomorrow is a little bit better.
I love this environment. I love being around everyone here. Like, these are all my old teammates. Couldn't wish for a better crowd. Aspen was amazing. Coming right down to the finish area with the lodge right in the base, people at the bar.
Go UVM!
Randoms that didn't even know this was happening, where they're like, you raced today, like, let's go. Like, that was epic. I could never see myself doing that. Like, this was a great event to be a part of.
Missing today's race was tough, but I think tomorrow we're gonna have a really strong showing with Tuva Norby DU skier, former DU skier from Norway. Michael Ankeny obviously doesn't need to be introduced, and then myself. So I think we'll have a strong showing tomorrow.
If you saw the conditions today, crazy, but it was a completely fair race from the beginning to the end, and I just saw on the board, winner. I mean, there was like my knees, my muscles, they were just shutting off, I just fell down. I mean, I couldn't believe it. All what we worked so hard for, and finally it happened.
Congratulations, Simone.
Thank you.
Well, every time we get a new pair of boots, these boots are so tight. There's definitely hot spots where I need to get ground. There's some spots that need to get punched and really get a good fit and alignment. So excited to be here and get these things built up for the race tomorrow.
So your left arch, I'm getting a higher reading than your right.
Surefoot have their own injection molded liners, and so it's supposed to take up all the space in your boot and make a nice even pressure around your boot when it's buckled down. So it's supposed to be a very comfortable fit. They feel pretty good. I was expecting to be a bit tighter. These take them out and see how they feel tomorrow on the hill. Surefoot's the best of the business.
Barbie really wants this dream house, and Barbie found out about it from Rocket Homes.
She did?
Well, it's a super competitive market. Everyone wants to buy the dream house.
Better offer Betty, cash offer Carl. Oh no.
Don't worry, she has a verified approval that lets sellers know she's backed by Rocket Mortgage. So Barbie wins.
But we need a house. You could buy Castle Grayskull.
Find and finance your dream house with Rocket Homes and Rocket Mortgage.
Here is a place situated off the map of ordinary, a place that is independent, free-spirited, and intimate in scale. A place that since its first lift was installed over 60 years ago has strived to stay true to its roots while growing better rather than bigger. This vision for the future has helped make us the first ski resort in the world to earn B Corp certification. It's a symbol of where we're headed and what we stand for. We hope you will join us.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospects.
Tuva, Team Rocket Mortgage, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
If you don't win, though, you're getting cut.
My name is Tuva Norby. I'm from Norway.
If you win, what are you going to do with that 10 grand?
Oh, wow. I haven't even thought about that, but probably go towards some tuition money for my master's and then spend it on something fun, maybe vacation or something.
Hi, I'm Galena Wardle. I'm from Aspen, Colorado. I ski for the University of Denver, and we're here today for the Women's World Pro Ski Tour. I'm a previous US Ski team member, DU athlete this year, and I'm really excited to race the Pro Tour in Aspen, my hometown. I mean, I grew up watching the World Cup that took place over on Strapheil, and it's always been my favorite race hill. It's always been a dream of mine to race there, and I think it's really cool now to have at least my first Pro Tour at Aspen, at my home mountain, and finishing at the Gondola Plaza is just a great atmosphere.
A lot of our teammates are here. We're from Vail, and a whole group of us came over. It's like, I think we're like half the field for the girls. I think Kendall Rufa is gonna show up.
I'm Kendall Rufa, and from Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. I think it's cool. It's fun and different, and I think it brings a lot of excitement into ski racing. I've raced at Highlands before, and I think it's good to have it be like in Aspen proper to get more exposure for ski racing.
And I think Maddie Deco is going to be fast.
My name is Maddie Deco. I'm racing for Steeple Vale, and I'm excited for the women's division this year.
And Sammy Trudeau could be really good. I don't really know. It's hard to tell. Caroline Jones.
Josephine Trueblood's going to really show something up.
I'm Josephine Trueblood, and I'm out of Ski and Snowboard Vale. I'm excited to be here. I've raced also at the Highlands, so I'm really excited to be on a new mountain and trying something new. I think it'll be really fun.
I saw that Galina starting. She's fast.
Yeah.
And Katie Westerstein I know is fast, and they're all still racing, so I bet they're gonna send it hard. So I'm retired, so I'm just gonna try to keep up with them.
I'm Katie Westerstein, and I ski for the University of Utah. I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be great. I like it so far, but first time should be fun. My name is Annabelle Francis. I have never raced something like this. I've never quite raced something with like this much fun and I know big events like this, so I'm really excited to see how everyone comes out of this. My name is Darian, and I'm mostly just hyped up, and I'm really excited. I've never raced in anything like this before, and it's a really cool experience.
Lucy Tate Jameson, I'm from New Zealand. It's pretty cool, it looks fun. Yeah.
I'm retired. Coming out of retirement for the Pro Tour.
I'm still racing. I'm a postgraduate out of high school. I'm going to college next year.
Your sister here today?
She is. She's inbound. She's on our team.
Yeah, Lindsay Cohn, and skiing out of Killington, Vermont. First time in the World Pro Ski Tour. It's good to be back in Gates. It's been a while for me, so it's a fun event, and looking forward to the next run and the qualifying.
I think she'll do well. We both have a similar style, which is a blend of like giant slalom and slalom technique, and Pro Tour fits right in there. So tried to coach her up and tell her what matters.
Yeah, he's given me a couple of pointers just around the start, super important, and just letting it flow all the way down. Those are probably the two big things.
Yeah, I'll race Lindsay. I'm scared of her. She's my older sister. She's bigger, taller, scarier than me.
We're all just here for fun. We're not racing for points, we're racing for cash for the first time ever. And there's a lot of people who are not racing full time, but that are coming out here to just have fun. And it's really for the love of skiing.
I don't think it's too different from a different dual slalom. You've got the gates that open versus a barge door, and just the jumps is the different part, but really all around you still have to push as hard as you can and beat the other person to the finish line.
Looks like the start's really important, like get like the right timing out of the start, and then yeah, just try to go pick a tight line and send it all the way to the finish.
I've done one like trial event for college, but nothing with the jumps or this type of start gate.
The ones that I've done before fall down. These ones kind of open this way.
Definitely, I learned just from the one time that I've used these horse gates is you have to watch the lights. So it's like 5 red lights, I think, and then 1 green light, and time it well so that you're going out the gate when the light is green, not before and not after. You definitely know, I realized, when you messed up the start, when your competitor is like already leaving the start gate and you're pushing.
Also the fact that it's a duel, like you're literally going at the same time as somebody else, just adds a whole other dynamic.
I don't like so much when they're in front of you and you have to catch up to them, and it kind of like you're trying to find everything you can to catch them or pass them. But it's definitely like a lot more stressful feeling than when you're by yourself. You feel the pressure of, I need to go faster.
Head-to-head is a different element I haven't really experienced before, but it's just more getting my skiing back to the level it needs to be.
I was pretty nervous about the jumps, but then I watched the boys yesterday and it looked like pretty fine, so I'm excited.
Jumps will be good, they don't look too big. It's definitely different than anything I've done before, but I'm excited. Should be fun.
Watching the Pro Tour, I mean, anything can happen, and that's cool to see. Anyone can win.
I think that as a ski racer, you're not really in the sport for money or fame, given the amount of attention it really gets, but it is different and fun to have money on the line. And I think it definitely makes things like a little more competitive, really gets you sending it down the course.
I mean, it's the first time to have their own women's class. I'm pretty excited to, I've been jealous of the boys. I've been able to do this for a couple years. So it's fun that we finally get our own class.
I think it's so fun. Yeah, I do like it. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
I was watching the World Pro Ski Tour Instagram a little bit yesterday. Apart from that, just hoping that goes well. Maybe watch some girls in front of me.
My name is Joachim Lindstol. People call me Jage over in the US. I'm from Norway. I'm racing for UVM and also a bit for the Norwegian ski team. So I've been like back and forth during college, doing some Europe Cups and World Cups. Never Pro Tour, so that's why I came here. I'm actually the first ever Norwegian champion in Tool. I think they've only had like one or two, did it one or two times. But a couple of times I've done it before. I came back from Europe 2 weeks ago and I was kind of like tired of the whole like serious racing scene and wanted to do something different. So this is actually just perfect to like just go on skis and have fun while maybe trying to make some money, which is like, yeah, that's the plan.
My name is Mathias Tefra. I'm from Norway, same place as my teammate. We both raced for UVM. I haven't really been on the national team, just raced for some club teams and some high school teams. And my best accomplishment, I would say the national champion, NCAA slalom champion last year. I was able to win.
I mean, we like skiing. It's a big part of our culture. I've always done it growing up, always with my family. We don't have football, we don't have all those other sports. We just like really focus on the ones we have.
I actually grew up in the city, but they have a couple places you can ski either nearby. I actually grew up a little bit outside, so I had like 10 minutes to a great small hill. So I kind of grew up skiing a lot, and both my sister went skiing and my dad skied, so it kind of runs in the family. The combination of going to a great school and be able to actually ski race at a high level, we kind of both decided at the same time to go to school and actually be able to get a degree.
Who's the best Norwegian skier here?
Here? That's dangerous. We're living together. It's gonna be me. You gotta say the same. It's gotta be me.
Who's the best Norwegian skier here this weekend?
Definitely me.
Yes, that's the runoff.
Okay.
So you have my phone number, so if you need anything. Hello, Garrett.
I spent a night in a hotel in Denver. I had like 7 flights.
How did you wind up getting here?
I flew to Eagle and then rented a car.
All right, today is Reven.
I thought today was Cheetos.
No, today is Reven. Text me
Okay.
or whatever, but you have a lifeline for me if you have any questions.
Aspen's been a nice place to race. I've been here in my FIS career. I've been here on rotational races every 2 to 4 years coming through town here. So it's nice to have a pro tour here. I really expect to do well. I'm a little familiar with the hill, the town. It's nice.
And then Reven Cup is tomorrow.
Okay.
So there's Reven.
Understood. I've done a dual slalom before, but like not this style with the start and the jumps. I just signed up because I was around and I had time. Like my goals for this season are NORAM speed and then the college circuit. And then this just kind of fell into place.
What's up? We're back, but I feel ready to go. A little bummed that I wasn't able to get here today. I gotta come out firing. We've got 5 more races in the season.
I have raced at Aspen a lot of times. This place single-handedly kept me on the US ski team for about 3 years in a row. I came to Spring Series here. I won a Super G race and scored like an 11, kept me on the team. It's been great for me, so it's just a great time.
I'm feeling pretty good. A little banged up, but not terrible.
Still good. Ready to race. Missed the party last night, so I have a little more energy.
Yeah, than the rest of us. I'm feeling good. That's a lie. I'm feeling super sore, but I'm happy the sky's clear for us.
I'm feeling like I'm gonna go give my teammate a high five. Oh, is she on the phone?
Okay, sweet. I thought
Team Rocket Mortgage.
I wish I had a Rocket mortgage.
I don't have a Rocket mortgage.
Unfortunately, I live in a dorm at college. That's where I live. Inspections now, qualifying's in 54 minutes. The snow looks not super hard, so I think my tune's okay. Just gotta scrape these bad boys. Just looking forward to getting out there and hopefully skiing well today. That's the plan. So once these are straight, I'll get out there, get a warm-up run, inspect the course. We'll see if I can gain back some ground on these guys tomorrow.
Barbie really wants this dream house, and Barbie found out about it from Rocket Homes.
She did?
Well, it's a super competitive market. Everyone wants to buy the dream house.
Better offer Betty, cash offer Carl. Oh no.
Don't worry, she has a verified approval that lets sellers know she's backed by Rocket Mortgage. So Barbie wins.
But we need a house. You could buy Castle Grayskull.
Find and finance your dream house with Rocket Homes and Rocket Mortgage.
Robert Cohn, I think, is maybe a little upset, so I'd watch out for Robert today, to be honest.
I mean, Rob Cohn, everybody thinks he's winning, or I don't know.
I know he's the guy to beat here.
Come on, yeah, let's be real.
I know he's been doing well at Pro Tours. I haven't raced against him before, I think, but he's been training a bit with us sometimes.
You should be winning World Cups too. I mean, your skiing is incredible.
No way. I like it here in the U.S. I like being stateside and going all these hills.
I'm gonna try to maybe watch some videos, see how Rob does it, and then gotta think about that one.
Didn't lose to Rob and Granby, so I feel good about that matchup.
It's up for grabs for anyone, I think. All good skiers.
I gotta see. Maybe I'll tease Rob Cohn a little bit. Trying to get in his head, but yeah, just gotta figure it out tomorrow.
I know my skiing's going super, but just really like the competition, head-to-head ski racing here on the Pro Tour.
That's what he likes. That's what he does well.
Yesterday we had pretty heavy snowfall. After the qualification round, we went back out and there was probably at least 3-4 inches. So today we're not gonna have to deal with the visibility issue, which is huge, and then just kind of the overall energy drain when you're out there getting covered in snow and ice.
I'm excited that I didn't have to race yesterday, and I'm excited that it's sunny today.
Tomorrow will be a little different day than today, and that's mainly because the snow will settle. They'll groom that fresh snow in, and it'll have an effect on how we can ski the course. So even if the gates are in the same exact position, the more consistent snow will allow different technique there.
We're gonna have a sunny day. I think the weather's gonna be a bit warmer. It's gonna be much better conditions for the racers as well as the TV crew, spectators. I'm fully expecting to have one of the fastest starts, and I think on a hill like this, it's gonna really matter.
I got some money on Noel, and he missed yesterday. He's definitely fresher than the rest of us.
Yep. I would say I'm still definitely working on figuring out the best approach. I think it's a nice balance between intensity but also clarity of what you want to do.
Galina had a great start, so that's always critical. Her credentials also can speak for themselves. Yeah. There's a lot of talent on this course.
I'm going to bring a little more focus to the bottom jump. You can make simple mistakes. Hopefully tomorrow, Bluebird Sun, I'm going to plan on just skiing clean and strong.
For me, it's just about getting back in the groove, and I have a few things to work on.
I just struggle a little bit timing-wise, so hopefully tomorrow is a little bit better.
I'm just gonna send it. Yeah, just gonna go for it. Winging it.
I think the track's going to hold up really well. It should set up really nicely. A little more visibility, be able to see everyone's smiles.
I mean, 10,000 is better than 4 and 20 will be better than 10, so I'm definitely giving all and very excited.
The Reven Cup, I know we have a great partnership with Reven Pharmaceuticals. Peter's a great guy and a great supporter of the tour, and so I'm looking forward to bringing the fire that may not have been out in the hill today.
I'm really excited, a little nervous, but yeah, it'll be fun. I'll figure it out. It'll hit me when it hits me.
Rock and roll!
Well, today is the opposite of yesterday, I would say. We have gorgeous sun. It was about 10 degrees last night. We put a cat on the hill right when swing shift started. I think the course is going to hold up wonderfully today. I mean, it's beautiful. Today has the potential to be the best Pro Tour race yet.
The course looks great. Barrett Stein and Aspen crew have done a beautiful job setting.
The bottom of Little Nell, I've never actually raced down here. It's not really long enough for our typical races, but I think the jumps will be very interesting, and also it's pretty steep at the top and then into a flat, so you got to push really hard out of the start.
There was a super good surface underneath yesterday, so schmucks like me are hoping it's a bit softer. Deteriorates, makes it a bit of a hot match for everybody.
It looks great, a little soft, but the jumps are good. Good to go off them once before.
They just groomed it. On top it looks very nice. Down to the flat and to the finish, there are a couple of turns pretty soft and we snowballed. So I think watching out for those couple of gates will be all set.
Miha! Miha! You didn't make it to the house last night.
I did. It's okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Excited to be out here again. You can see everything today. The sun's almost too bright.
Just one side.
Just one side?
Okay, do I close these things?
So far it looks great. We've got a little bit of variability in the surface now, but at least we can see it, so I think we're going to be better prepared, and I think it's overall going to be a more consistent field race.
The start is great, base is great, sunny day, excellent day to race.
More of what I signed up for than yesterday.
I think it looks pretty fun. I think the key is going to be to absorb the jumps.
That was so chill. We're fine. We're totally okay. I knew they were gonna run fine, but
You know, still a little nervy.
okay, I'm so excited now.
All right.
We got this.
I'm heading back up to deliver some coffee, set up the start door electronics, and we'll get qualifying here in about 20 minutes.
The pro balance move.
We'll see if it works.
Aspen is the only mountain in America that I've skied on, so it's the only mountain I know of.
Okay.
Usually one course will reveal itself as a couple of times faster after we start running.
It looks really fun. I don't know, it looks like panel slalom.
So on two, you go back, and then start going back to the gate.
Today is a landmark day because we have a round of 16 for men and women.
So thanks to Rocket Mortgage, we're bringing back the women's tour, and there is so much excitement and such a great vibe here today that it's going to be a heck of a day. So right now I'm just putting in all the dimensions that I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out the distance in between the jumps.
The jumps are looking awesome. 3 jumps and they're quite high. That's going to be fun.
All right, this is Katie Westerstein here with the University of Utah. I'm going to give you guys a course preview. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. I think the jumps are going to be super sweet.
Woo!
It might sneak up on you if you aren't careful though.
Woo!
Jumps are pretty big, but they made a nice landing, so should be nice.
Jump! Woo! Man, this is a little bumpy.
Yesterday was a full-on blizzard.
Yeah, the snow yesterday was actually really good.
All right, we're up at the start here at Aspen, looking down the Pro Tour course. We're gonna be looking at those lights right there for an indicator. It's really important. Time to start, and then you're pushing hard, trying to get any sort of speed before the first jump. You absorb, and then you're on the flat. So you want to be working. The snow is a little dicey here. Visibility's down, but here it picks up pace a little bit. It's really important to set up for this last jump so you can absorb, carrying that climb into the finish, and then you're reaching for it. Looking up at the scoreboard, waving to the crowd, bringing on the champagne. Let's go.
Here is a place situated off the map of ordinary, a place that is independent, free-spirited, and intimate in scale. A place that since its first lift was installed over 60 years ago has strived to stay true to its roots while growing better rather than bigger. This vision for the future has helped make us the first ski resort in the world to earn B Corp certification. It's a symbol of where we're headed and what we stand for. We hope you will join us.
I love having a 15-step commute to my office. It makes it super easy in the morning. I loved working with Tough Shed because I could get the really nice office space I wanted for a price that worked for me. Very easy to finish out the interior of the shed. The studs are where they need to be for an interior finish. And it helps me to really disconnect from work than when I go inside. I love the separation between the two. So I really had an easy process with Tough Shed.
Sunny day here in Aspen, Colorado for the Men's World Pro Ski Tour, the Reven Cup. And it's the inaugural Women's Pro Tour race also. We have 8 ladies here racing in the Rocket Mortgage Cup right here at Aspen Mountain. And as you can see some of the ladies over our shoulder, they're all fired up to be a part of this new life-changing event. They get to race alongside the men in the Pro Tour. And hopefully the Women's Pro Tour will continue to grow. But it's kicking off here in Aspen today, and it's a beautiful day.
Really good. Excited. Yeah.
All right, here we go. The first run for the ladies here in the quarterfinals, round of 8.
Parker's commentating. My roommate.
I'm super excited for this one.
Racers ready.
Galena's on and Kendall's on, so this is going to be some great racing.
So good even start for both of these athletes. Rufa over on the blue course side.
I'm Kendall Rufa. It's really great having a women's pro tour. My mom raced it back in the 80s, so I'm excited to see where it keeps going.
Touch it down. Galena hit the midpoint of the course. This is where you're really low and aerodynamic. Try to get the juice out of the skis. So important in the flat section. Even at the bottom, it's going to be Wardle with the advantage of a 4.52.
Rob Cohn's sister's here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have the girls and the guys racing together. It's pretty cool to be back-to-back and traveling together and all that.
Racers ready!
We have some new girls on now, and that's Caroline Jones and Nicole Castelli, so it's going to be a tight race.
Galdi out front over Jones right there, pulling away in the middle part of the course. Good even start up there, but it looks like Jones with more powerful than 2 in the first round here.
The jumps are way less intimidating. When you hit them with speed, they hurt less. This is also true, yeah.
It's just great to have the women back on the tour.
They're all going to kick my butt, that's for sure. But it's awesome to have both sides out here. Way more people, way more energy.
Racers ready! College athletes joining us out on course they go. Good even start. Norby, Westerstein coming at you to the first bump. It's anybody's race, touching down about dead even. They can get those skis out from underneath them, try to get as much energy as they can. Looks like it's going to be Tuva, a little advantage, but really close to call there.
I'm so excited. This is what we love about ski racing.
It was good. It was fun. I'm going to try to send it again.
I heard just red one's a little more ready, so just try to send it.
Racers ready! Out on course they go. Looks like Harsh got a little bit of a jump over on the blue course side as they hit down the pitch. Gaining some speed. You got to carry that speed down the flat.
I'm Sammy Show. It's great to have this as a women's field as it gets more media and stuff. I think that this could be a big showing.
But Sammy had a little bit of a tough start, but is catching up. This is a very tight race here.
Tight one coming at you. Looks like still blue course advantage. Oh, a little bit of trouble there. Out of shape.
It was a little all over the place. I was just trying to send it, and Sammy was right on my butt.
This has been a fight all day, but we're going to start it off with Galena Wardle facing Caroline Jones.
Racers ready!
So let's see what happens here.
So good even start by both of these two, Jones and Wardley. Coming off the first bump, Galena looks like she's got the advantage here.
It's a lot of fun. I think I'm going to try to go faster now.
Must be a little bit of hard snow letting that ski get to the bottom of the bump. Hits it hard. Looks like Jones is turning it around now at the bottom bump.
All sorts of action going on right there. Galena had the lead and Caroline Jones caught up.
You start on red? I start on red? Okay.
Racers ready! Out on track they go. Looks like Harsh with the advantage, getting a really strong start. Figuring it out. No, it's Tube now with the advantage there. Making the move.
Hi, my name is Tuva Norby. I'm here at the World Pro Ski Tour, and I just think it's so awesome that the women finally got their own class.
Tuve gets some good energy out of the ski. Still leads the run at the bottom bump, and it's going to be Tuve at the line first with the advantage of a point 276.
So these guys are going to have a quick turnaround, catch their breath, and get ready to switch sides of the course.
Racers ready! Out on course they go. Galena's doors open, .312. Second faster. Out on course she goes.
Oh, Galena's down!
She goes, leaned in, lost her downhill ski. Oh, tough break for Galena. She'll be moving down to the small final as Jones will move into the finals here.
And we're glad to see Galena is up and she's all right.
This is my first pro tour. Not really anything I've done before with jumps and just the whole dynamic of the event, so I'm really excited to be here.
It really lights a fire for me. Like, it makes me want to go faster. So I like it. It's also fun to chase too.
Racers ready! Out on track they go. Over on that red course side, it's Harsh or Norby.
Tuva has a little bit of the advantage coming out, so let's see if Caitlin can catch up to her.
I was attacking as hard as I could. Try and keep up with Tuva.
Norby on the blue with the advantage. She has the advantage after the first run. She's going to cross first and move into the finals. Goes Norby.
Small final will be Galena Wardle and Caitlin Harsh.
Racers ready! Out on track they go. Pretty even start by both these athletes. They hit for the first bump. Maybe the advantage on the blue course side by Harsh. Touches down out front. Harsh. Really close, Parker.
So this is also a great race here because we have the Buffs against the Pioneers.
Caitlin looking good. She's going to have the advantage.
Yeah, Harsh is going to get it to finish line. Clock will tick down.
I'm not quite sure how I did, but it's definitely tricky. I think push even more. A little straighter, a little more aggressive.
And they're on course. Out goes Harsh with the advantage. It's on her course side. The red course touching down off the first bump in good shape.
Right now, the blue course is, I think, holding up a bit better than the red course. The red course is a little softer, but because every person goes on each, it evens out.
Galena is fighting, and she is trying to make up that speed on the flat, but we'll see. Caitlin is still moving so soundly off the jump, and she's just going to come into the finish right now. Caitlin Harsh, the winner of our small final, taking home $3,000.
All right, so the final is set up. Caroline Jones, Tuva Norby. That is going to be
awesome.
Racers ready! Out on track, looks like Norby got the jump. Jones stalled a little bit there, and Tuva took advantage of that in the first bump, and here comes Jones.
I'm very excited. It's super cool, and this is the perfect day to introduce the Women's World Pro Ski Tour.
Tuva's got the advantage on the blue course side as they drop off the bottom bump. Oh, he gets inside, she pulled it off. That was unbelievable.
Caroline, what do you think your chances are in the final going up against Tuva?
We've trained together a bunch, so hopefully it'll be a good fight.
Racers ready! Norby gets that 3/10 of advantage built in at the start. Good solid start by Tuve coming into the first bump. She has that advantage built in at the start and she's holding on to it. Clean and smooth, good angles at the top of the turn, controlling the run as she gets to the middle bump. Jones trying everything she can do to close the gap. But Tuve here in the finals at Aspen for the women. Hit to the bottom bump.
Tuva's looking smooth. She's coming in over that final bump, and it is coming down to the finish right here. Caroline is fighting, but and down for Tuva. But she crossed the finish line.
Spectacular finish right there.
That's what happens when you're throwing yourself down the line for the $10,000. Seeing 14 girls show up today is just the start. This is a huge event for girls ski racing, and I hope that we continue to see girls come from all over, whether or not it's before college, after college, during World Cup. Let's do it.
Yo, what time are we starting anyways?
In our last race, the Bolivian Olympian Simone Breifus Camelander clawed his way to the top of the podium. Who's going to be victorious here at the Reven Cup? Let's find out now.
Racers ready! Oh, right over the handlebars! Unbelievable, he keeps going! That was out of control. I've never seen that in years. Oh, that was classic.
Absolutely, one for the highlight reel right there. Drew Duffy with the front flip and still continuing on course.
Can he do it here? He's closing in the finish line with a flip. Can he do it? He's not going to get it done.
Hey, man, you know, it's all about that speed.
Oh, I know a little thing about speed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about speed.
Racers ready! Looks like Casper gets a good strong start. Cone with those long arms to really get some powerful skates. But it's Casper touching down first. The first are 2 runs.
I'm psyched to be here in Aspen. Had some travel issues getting here and unfortunately missed the race yesterday, but we got fairly good conditions. The snow is tracking up. We got a couple good 2-footed ruts.
It is going to be Cone with the advantage at the bottom bump. Touching down. Here comes Casper. Straightening the course out using that high clear, but it's going to be Cone crossing the line first. 1.301 going to Cone.
Not great, but okay.
Racers ready! Out on course they go. Looks like a really strong start. Maybe a bit of a jump over Driller. Driller is a great character. Great to have him back on the Pro Tour.
When you're coming from behind someone, you always like push a little too hard, and it's always in the wrong spot. Hearing them behind you too, like makes them go harder.
Linstall out in front. Here comes Driller, starting to pour on the steam in the middle part of the course. Driller right alongside him with the hit from the bottom bump. It's going to be Driller on the blue court side. There he is, right along Linstall. Driller, a bulldog on this course. Across the line he goes. The winner, Driller. Racers ready! Here we go, out on track they go. Looks like a dead even start for both these guys. A bit of an edge going to Ankeny. A touchdown, too close to call.
Got any magic for me, Rob?
Just be able to start and then slam on it. Like slam on the front of your shin.
Yeah, all right.
Out on course he goes. Sandy's got his work cut out for him in the fastest qualifier, winning the Speed Cup.
Pretty hard to gain. Yeah, I think.
Oh no, throws a shoe for Sandy. That's going to be a coast into the finish for Camelander.
Yeah, I was 8th.
Let's go. And the best you can be is 9th.
Who's the best Norwegian skier here?
It's gonna be me.
Who's the best Norwegian skier here this weekend?
Definitely me.
Racers ready! As anybody's races, they come into the first bump. It's going to be Jakob Maid with an advantage. Looks like it's going to be Linstall to control.
All right, Nolan.
The over 30 division, let's see it.
Red course ready! Blue course ready! Racers ready! Out goes Cone with that 3/10 of an advantage. But Casper right there with him. It's going to be Cone with the advantage. Casper's closing in. Can he make it happen here in the bottom? Not going to happen today. It's going to be Cone moving into the semifinals. Goes Rob Cone. Racers ready! Out he goes, Ankeny with that advantage in the door opening first. 2-2-0 for Ankeny. Never count out. Gruner, though, on the blue course side, trying to close the gap.
I really like racing in Aspen. It's awesome. The crowd, being in town, and you can see the main street out. It feels good.
Who are you going up against? I think the Norway guy.
Red course ready! Blue course ready! Racers ready! There goes Simone Breifus Camelander. Good strong stars. Linstall looks like he got a bit of an edge on it.
Looks like I kept up with the timing from yesterday, so feeling pretty confident.
There goes Camelander, pouring on the steam as he touches down off the middle bump. It's Camelander out front, gets some good energy out of the ski. Linstall not giving up though as they head for the bottom bump. It's going to be Camelander.
Put him up, guys. Here we go.
Red course ready!
Yep.
Blue course ready!
Yep.
Racers ready! And they're dropping in. It's going to be out front. Looks like Cone touching down after the first run. Ankeny chasing him down. Cone out in front. Touching down off that second bump. It's Cone. Ankeny needs to get busy here in the middle part of the course. Try to make up some ground.
Rob and I, nice rivalry. We always seem to meet each other on the same side of the bracket. I love the rivalry. It's fun. One of these days, I'll come out on top, and Rob will have to eat my dust, but hopefully I can put my long legs in the grooves, ride them home to a victory.
Out on course they go. Camelander trails by 83 hundredths of a second after the first run. Oh, Camelander all twisted and around sideways. Linstall with the advantage at the bottom bump. He's going to touch down first. It looks like Linstall in control. Really some good turns across the line. Oh, out goes Camelander. It's going to be Joachim Linstall moving into the finals.
Joachim, it's your first Pro Tour weekend. How are you enjoying it so far?
Super fun, but tiring. Wasn't planning on going this far.
Out on track they go. Cone and Ankeny. Cone getting that 2/10 of an advantage built into the start doors at the first bump. It's Cone. Ankeny all kinds all over the place.
Frequently I line up with Michael in these finals, and it's good to have a hot opponent and Cream rises to the top here, but I still need to focus on my run.
Oh, Ankeny all over the place. Out he goes.
And that's
into the small finals. It's going to be Cone against Linstall, the rookie against the veteran defending champion, Robert Cone.
I mean, winning the race yesterday on those rough conditions, I knew that I ski faster when the conditions fit me.
Small final, so this is third, fourth with me and Simon. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Out on course he goes. Looks like a good even start for both these guys. Camelander's been your quickest starter in the Seiko quick start round, and it's Camelander out front over Ankeny now.
Yeah, course is a little groovy today. A little bit more track in the snow compared to yesterday.
Here comes Ankeny trying to make it even with Camelander as it hits to the bottom bump. It looks like it's going to be an even race. Off the bottom bump, touching down. Looks like Ankeny put the pressure on Camelander. Looks like it's going to be Ankeny at the line first.
Groovy like a drive-in movie. Last run, gotta make it count.
Racers ready. Out on track they go. Looks like Ankeny gets that little bit of a jump with 9,800 a second. Don't discount Camelander. Younger, stronger, trained more, but he's in trouble already.
Nothing is easy, you know. It's Pro Tour. You never know what's going on. Just every run it more.
Here comes Camelander putting the pressure on. At the bottom bump, it's going to be Ankeny tucking down first. It's going to be Ankeny at the line first. Into the third step of the podium.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to make it down. The course is really dishing out, and everyone's really figuring out the start, so there's no secret sauce to beat these guys.
First run of the final. It's been the Rocket Mortgage World Pro Ski Tour, and this is the Reven Cup. Racers ready. Out on track they go. The doors open simultaneously, but Cone gets a jump on Joachim Linstall at the first bump. It looks like Linstall putting the pressure on.
We raced each other to the gate in Chicago. We were delayed and we stayed the night. Toured Chicago, raced him to the gate after that.
Once they drop off the bottom bump, that'll tell the picture. Looks like Linstall coming on strong. Cone on the blue course side. Looks like he's going to cross the line first. It's winner Cone.
I mean, I got nothing to lose. He got everything to lose, so we're just gonna have fun.
Racers ready. The doors open first for Cone. 19/100ths a second. But Linstall right there with him. Looks like he's putting the pressure on early. Cone out in front, but he's cool and calculated. Cone feet are far away from the gate. Gets some energy out of the ski. It's Robert Cone at the bump. Cone out in front. What's Linstall have at the bottom? Linstall starting to close in at the bump. It's going to be Cone with the advantage. Can Linstall do some magic down here? Cone out in front. Linstall hooks an arm almost. Trying to straighten out. It's Robert Cone back to the top step of the podium. Cone psyched about that. It is Robert Cone who's going to leave here with the Tour lead. What an absolutely incredible weekend it's been here at Aspen, Colorado with the World Pro Ski Tour presented by Rocket Mortgage. Coming back, I'm here with John Franklin, CEO of the World Pro Ski Tour. John?
Thank you, Kevin. What a pleasure. What a great day. We had the snow yesterday. We had sunshine today. Super exciting. First time for the women in 30 years out on the pro circuit. Thank you to Rocket Mortgage for making that possible. And the guys, what a great race. Rob Cone on the podium again.
Ladies first. Let's start with Lena Wardell, Caitlin Harsh, Carolyn Jones, and Tuve Orby on the top step of the podium. Why don't you tell us about that last gate, your last run?
Wow, yeah, I was honestly just so tired. I was pretty happy that was the last gate, and I'm glad I didn't get injured. I'm very thankful.
Congratulations, ladies. Let's move on over to the men's side now. Simone Breitfuss Camelander and Michael Ankeny. Big smile on his face. And then it's Joachim Linstall, new guy on tour, rookie. And then it is, of course, the defending champion back to the top step of the podium after 4 races. It's Robert Cone.
It's a tough dogfight with these same top guys every final, so just pumped to come away with the victory. Thank you.
The champagne's gonna spray. Thank you so much, Aspen, Colorado.